Welcome to Movielife Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago. Yeah. Season 1, 1991 year-end recap bonus episode.
Bonus episode and also the end of a really good year of movies, 91.
A really good year, and we had so much fun, and we weren't ready for it to be done, so we said, let's come back and recap the movies that we watched on the podcast and tell everybody what our favorite things were and what the things were that we did a bad job of that we're going to do better on.
And also, we started late. We came up with this idea and didn't start it until middle of the year, so there's a bunch of movies that maybe we could have done that we didn't do, and I'd like to talk about those too while we're at it.
Absolutely. So as always, please feel free to share, tell people what you're listening to, leave reviews if you want to, support the arts through the Buy Me a Coffee link through our website.
Tell everyone that's sitting at your Christmas dinner table that you have been listening to a fantastic podcast about old movies.
Yeah, if your family does the Christmas thing where it's like everyone sits down and you hold hands and you give thanks, or you say a blessing, you just go like, I'd like to say the blessing, and then you go, I'd like to tell you all about a podcast I've been listening to. It's these two old fat guys, and they talk about movies that no one knows about. It's called Movielife Crisis. Check your stocking. All of you have printouts. All right, before we get into it, name that tune. We don't have one.
Oh, thank goodness.
But I did want to close the year and say, Jeff, I went back and counted it up today. I did the scorekeeping. Jeff got 4.5 out of 6 songs.
I got the name of that song, but I didn't remember that it was...
London Beat.
London Beat. Damn it, I missed it again.
Yeah, you missed it again. Yes, you got the name of the song, but you didn't get the group. So you're 4.5 out of 6, 75%. That is some Hall of Fame numbers. So I'm excited about the 1992 songs. There are some amazing songs.
The closer we get to music from now is the closer I get to not knowing any of it.
Yeah. And the podcast will have been taken down for copyright strikes way before we get to the music from now.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, so what we were thinking we'd do from this one is we'd do like a kind of normal format. We'll talk about the best, but instead of best from a specific movie, we'll talk about best from all of the movies. So I got best quotes, best scenes, best characters, best score, and then best movie of the 11 that we did on this podcast. And then I got some similar type of stuff for the worst. Not as much for worst because we don't want to be focused on the worst. But I got like movies that we didn't get to that we would have liked to. And then the biggest screw-ups that each of us made in these 11 episodes.
Oh, man, and there's so many.
There's some stuff, yeah. Let's do quotes first. What's your first quote?
All right, so it's from Cadence, and it's Gig for Bean or Feed 'em, Lamar. Either one of those, because I say him so much, and because what's his name killed it so hard. He was really, really good.
Because who killed it so much? Everybody in that movie killed it. Ramon Estevez?
No. What's his name? His dad.
Ramon Estevez Sr.?
Ramon Estevez Sr.
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. There it is. Martin. That's the one. Gig for Bean. His gravelly voice is apparently what I strive for on this podcast, because every time I go back and listen to it, I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah. You were making fun of me when we did the Cadence podcast initially because I was saying Ramon Estevez and you were saying Ramon Estevez. You were putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Well, I didn't know it was Estevez.
I'm just pronouncing it the way that he pronounced it when I saw him be interviewed and he was talking about why he changed his name from Ramon Estevez.
What about, so it's like Gloria Estefan?
Yes, Estefan. You put the stress on the penultimate syllable.
Cool. Estevez. Got it.
So Gig for Bean is your first quote.
Gig for Bean is my favorite first quote. What's yours?
My first one, I grabbed the audio for.
I'll tell my father what you did.
Do not call Mr. Levine.
Do not call Mr. Levine. Hey, put down that phone. Phil, put it down.
No.
That's my phone.
Raise it.
That's
Rips it out of the
Not
wall.
having sex for 12 years will do that to a person. Come on, you stop it. Come on.
Come from the bedroom.
The bedroom. How the hell would you know where the bedroom is?
I'm calling.
Where he stands right
I'm
here.
sure he's home. It's his night to meet with the other skate Nazis.
He's like leaning over.
I hate you more. If hate were people,
I'd beat China.
I'd beat China. Let's bring out the cake.
Number one with a bullet for me. If hate were people, I'd be China from City Slickers.
That's really good. I like that one.
That's one of my favorite quotes of all time, and I used to say it so much.
I remember.
Yes.
Daniel Stern is just really good. I wish he was still acting more.
I know he replaced Rick Moranis in that movie, and I love Rick Moranis. I won't say anything bad about Rick Moranis, but how Rick Moranis could not have delivered that any better.
Yeah, he would. No, exactly.
City Slickers had like 14 quotes, but that's by far way out in front, number one. What's your next quote?
If I had to pick a movie that you were going to pick a quote from, it was the first 3-hour podcast we did on City Slickers.
Yeah,
where we did almost the whole movie. All right, my second one is the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yeah.
When he's like, cancel kissing traps for lepers and orphans, no more merciful beheadings, and call off Christmas.
Call off Christmas. That one almost made my list because it's so good.
How can you not? Alan Rickman just... He's the man.
It's the safest route to London. It's the only route to London.
He hammed it up in every single scene, and I loved it. And that's one of the ones I like.
Yeah.
And because it's Christmas, I was feeling it. So that's the one I put down.
That's a great one. And I've got some Alan Rickman stuff coming up real soon.
Nice.
The next one I have, Woody Harrelson and Doc Hollywood. Earthquake insurance. Earthquake insurance is something I'm keen to take a whack at out there in L.A. Talk about your no-brainer. Collect premiums for a gazillion years, and if the big one ever does hit, declare bankruptcy and retire.
I like how he throws the H in there for the whack. Whack at it.
He hits it so hard. Dude, for a part that... Yeah, if Woody Harrelson died in a train wreck tomorrow and there was a 2-hour retrospective on his career, you wouldn't spend any time on Doc Hollywood, but he's got like 7 hilarious quotes in that movie.
Yeah, dude, when he's drinking out of the bottle with the straw at the end.
Throwing shade on Ted Danson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Doctor, don't you have urgent business thousands of miles away from here?
Ah, man, he kills it.
I could have been a doctor. It's just that science part I had trouble with.
Oh, man. Did you check Hollywood for Knives? What a great movie. I remember that one, and we just watched it.
In the podcast for Doc Hollywood, we were both saying how the movie wasn't as funny as we remembered it, and now that it's been a few months, it's as funny as I remembered it again.
Yeah, I've already forgot the crappiness.
I forgot all the weird Pepe Le Pew vibes and all the boring shit, and now it's just freaking hilarious again.
Now it's just people dancing in a bee costume, parting with the pig.
David Ogden Stiers, freaking out there again doing his thing, and Bernard Hughes as Doc Hogue. Somebody check Hollywood for knives. Is this one of the long Whitmans? All right, what else you got?
All right, my third, I only did 3. I don't know how many you did, but my third is how many timeouts do we have left? Can we take them all now?
Dude, I knew that you were going to do a Necessary Roughness quote. I just thought for sure it was going to be Rob Schneider.
But I do like this quote, and I still say it, so I'm throwing it out.
How many timeouts do we have? Can we take them all now? From Necessary Roughness, Season 1, Episode 5. If the numbers are correct, nobody listened to it, so you might go check that one out.
Yeah, the numbers are definitely correct. I hate to break it to you.
Understandably so.
What's your third?
I'm not bequeathing it to you.
You're alive! It was angina.
My third quote is not the funniest, or it's not my... It just, when I looked back at the movies that we did, I couldn't see how I could make a list and not have... I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Oh, man, I know. And I almost did it, too. My wife still thinks we should work on some merch for Right on Top of That Rose.
I want a coffee mug that says I'm right on top of that rose, and I think you had the idea for a dishwasher magnet where one side says I'm right on top of that rose and the other side says dishes are done, man, and then you just flip it depending on whether it's clean or dirty. I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
And we'll get the intern on that. We'll put that on Mike Jones' plate.
What the heck is Mike Jones waiting on?
What's he gonna do to earn his $0? And then I had an honorable mention for Sweet Stop Clapping. Because that's maybe the deepest cut that we say a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I even clap extra long, hoping somebody in my family says "Sweet Stop Clapping," and they never do.
I couldn't. After the episode Cadence came out, I had a handful of people say, like, I'd never even heard of that movie. And I was like, you should start hearing of it because it's freaking good.
Definitely start watching it.
Good God, Bean.
Somebody at work was like, oh, I remember seeing that movie. And he's a military guy. And he was like, I really liked it. It's like, you should go back and watch it again. You'll like it even more.
Next up, I got characters. Who's your first character?
So I put best performances, I guess, with characters. Jerry Orbach as Lumiere.
Jerry Orbach
the Beast.
as Lumiere.
He killed the French accent. He made you believe that the candlesticks were singing, man.
Dude, singing and dancing with hands made of fire and no legs. Jerry Orbach.
No legs at all.
Destroyed that movie. It was so good.
It's just the constant, like, laughing, cavalier sounding voice that he gave to that.
Dude, that voice acting was amazing. Now that I know that was him, I'm kind of mad that he finished his career with 13 years on Law and Order. What a fucking waste of his time. Like, that guy was so good.
Yeah. I don't, have you ever seen Law and Order?
No. No. When I get to the nursing home, we're going to watch better shit than that. I'm not watching Law and Order.
Oh, man. There are people that I know that get upset when they miss Law and Order. No, I'm serious. Like, I don't see the appeal of shows like that, but there are people that love it, and whatever.
There are people who absolutely love a procedural, and this is like, oh, this is like a procedural, but it's even longer and even more boring. So, ooh, where do I sign up? Like, I was just thinking this procedural needed to be extra long.
I'm not a fan of Law and Order.
No.
But I mean, Dick Wolf's been putting it out for a while, and apparently everybody loves it.
I guess, man. I guess it's like Wheel of Fortune, where it doesn't cost a lot of money to make, and like you got to have something on. If you like are old and you just have like an antenna and you don't have streaming.
I think it's probably more expensive to make than Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, it is, because someone has to write the words. Someone has to write like, oh, there's semen on the pillowcase. Like someone has to come up with that.
Get the black light.
My first character, or first performance, whatever you want to call it, you already talked about it, Alan Rickman, Sheriff Nottingham.
He's my second, yeah.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is the #2 movie of this year, makes $390 million. Rickman rewrites all his dialogue, wins a BAFTA for his performance. He's the only person in this movie who understands that it's a comedy. No one else knows that except him.
Everybody's playing it so serious.
It's brilliant. Everyone else is so serious, and he is chewing on scenery, and he's just making quips. If you talk to anybody who remembers this movie, I guarantee in the first 5 words, they'll say like, man, Alan Rickman was great.
If it's somebody who likes movies, they will definitely say Alan Rickman. Everybody else talks about Kevin Costner's hair.
There was a Reddit thread maybe last week that was just talking about this movie, and it was like, there were like thousands of comments, and by far the number 1 and 2 comments were like, Alan Rickman was incredible, and what the hell was wrong with Kevin Costner's hair / accent?
Yeah, when I told somebody at work, I was like, yeah, we did Robin Hood. Oh, please tell me you talked about the mullet. I was like, yeah, we did. We totally talked about it.
We talked about the California Robin Hood who had a live badger on his head. We covered that. And how he was dressed in head-to-toe leather in a quilt and he was rolling around in the surf.
When I re-ranked all 11 movies we did, by the way. I didn't even pick the top one. I mean, I did pick a top one, but I put them all in order. And Robin Hood's up there.
The funny thing is, again, with like 2 months of space, I'm already thinking to myself, man, that movie's awesome. I would watch that tomorrow. I would throw that on in a second.
I know. I pictured the Ewok village and the fire arrows flying through. I was like, yeah, that was good. I remember it. Hay bales? What is he talking about?
Hay bales everywhere. Who's your next character?
So Alan Rickman was my second. So for the third one, I put the entire cast of Cajuns.
You mean the entire imprisoned in the stockade cast?
Yeah. All the major characters, all the people that are stuck in the prison, and then also Lamar and Master Sergeant Otis McKinney, and Corporal Gessner.
Corporal Gessner, my main man.
Yes, all of those guys. Because every single person killed it. I really like that movie, and I'm going to watch it again soon. I can feel it.
Dude, 100%. And Larry Fishburne, is my second character. Section Leader Stokes. Another character who wrote all of his own dialogue, and the movie was so much the better for it because he was just out there doing his thing, and I just loved it so much.
And the handshake.
I posted a video clip of the handshake when that episode came out on my Instagram, and I don't think anyone knew what was going on, but it made me very happy.
No. I really, really, really like the handshake, and I really wish that I knew somebody around here that knew the handshake. Like, Biggin knew it, and it was fun to do it, but man, it's long.
The thing is, you need, like, you can't, like, you could teach it to your son, but you see him too much. You can't be doing it a couple times a day. You need it to be like somebody you see like 2-3 times a year.
2 or 3 times a year is probably all you have time for with that handshake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need some downtime afterwards.
Those guys were doing it all the time, though. They lived together in a tiny-ass little barracks.
Yeah, those guys also took an hour to walk to lunch because they kept turning around and going in the other direction. They were not in a rush. I respect that.
Soul Patrol.
Soul Patrol.
Who was your third? Was Larry Fishburne? Was your
Larry
third?
Fishburne was number 2. My third was the Terminator, Schwarzenegger.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I don't think like you're going to go to film school and break down Schwarzenegger's performance as the Terminator, but this is one of the most iconic roles of the decade in a movie that made $500 million. I can't. It's hard for me not to mention it.
Yeah, it was real. Like he plays a really good emotionless robot.
Yeah, and like you said, like he had like 17 lines. Like he didn't know talking. He just freaking was super jacked and then walked around.
He did it the right way.
Honestly, I think that people underrate how difficult that type of performance is. Like you can't just go to the gym and pick the jackedest guy and put him in that movie and think it's going to be good. Like Schwarzenegger physically was really good, and when he did deliver the lines, he did a good job.
But think about the other movies that Schwarzenegger's in. We just had to watch. I say had to. We chose to watch Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah.
And while it's not the best movie, the kids really like it. And I was like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's not bad.
No.
He's pretty good, actually.
One of the movies that I wanted to watch for this year that we didn't get to was Kindergarten Cop.
What a great movie.
What a great
I didn't
movie.
put that down, but I should have.
It didn't make my list, but I was looking through it and I was like, if we'd done 25 movies this year like we're going to do next year, that probably would have been on the list because it's not a tumor.
It is not a tumor.
And we'll do Last Action Hero and we'll do True Lies. We'll do a bunch of movies where he gets to do more acting, and I always enjoy it.
I'm with you.
All right, next thing I got is Best Score.
Score. You go first.
The first one I got is Hook, John Williams.
I have Hook also. That's my number 2, but it's on there. It was really, really good.
I didn't rank these. We may even have the same 3, but like John Williams has made some of the most memorable scores in the absolute world, like in the English language in the last 100 years. And Hook, I think, is one of his best.
Like, while I think it's also really good, if you sang Star Wars right now, I could pick that out. If you sang Indiana Jones, I could pick that out. If you sang Hook, I don't know that I would be able to pick it out, but I remember watching the movie and going, "Oh man, golly, this is the way this music is composed really set the tone for this whole scene, and it changed the whole movie."
I mean, it's in me, like if you played me something from Hook, I would know instantly that it was Hook, but it's because I saw that movie a couple hundred times.
Just like taking the laugh track out of the TV show Friends, and it just seems awkward. You take that score out of there, and I think it changes.
Well, and Hook wasn't a great movie. It had all the pieces to where it could have been. It had some great performances, and it had a great director, and it had a great. The effects were amazing.
The mustache.
The mustache was, and the eyebrows.
The eyebrows. Eyebrows.
And the teeth. Don't forget the teeth.
Oh, and the teeth.
From Dustin Hoffman. But like, I think the best part of the movie 30 years later is the score. And then the effects are probably a pretty close second. All right. What's next?
Well, my first one that I put down is Beauty and the Beast.
That's me too. I mean, no brainer. I mean, it wins Grammy, it wins an Oscar. Like
the reprise of the song all the way through the Bell song, how it fits in all of the other songs. It's good.
Dude, and the crazy thing about Beauty and the Beast is that for being a musical, there's only like 6 songs, but they're so good.
Again, they move the story forward, like we were talking about in the actual episode. It's really good. What's your next one?
The third one I have is City Slickers, Mark Shaman.
I remember you talking about how you liked it, and I liked it fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big drop off after number 1 and number 2. Don't get me wrong.
Then I think you're going to be shook with my number 3, which is T2.
T2 was the next one on my list. The T2 and City Slickers were the 2 other than the first 2 that I thought were actually really good.
Yeah. The dun 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 that we were talking about. That sets a really nice tone.
But you know, the thing is, man, like I really liked the score for Robin Hood too. Like Robin Hood, City Slickers, and T2, I looked at all of those. I was like, I actually like all of those scores. In the era before streaming, like I don't know if people understand. I mean, I guess they do, because I guess there probably are still people like this. But I had CDs that I listened to that were only score. They were instrumental.
Yeah.
Like I had like the Braveheart score and like and you'd be like Like normally I don't like music where there's no singing, where there's no melody, but sometimes I'd be like, throw this in for a bit. And like I'd like work out to it, like put in the Robin Hood soundtrack and go like, deadlift or whatever, you're 16. So stupid. But
yeah, there are people that I know that used to put those type of CDs on and play video games to it with the sound off.
Totally.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, Hook, and T2 is what I got.
Yep, Beauty and the Beast, Hook, and City Slickers. All right, last thing is just the best movies. I got mine in order 1, 2, and 3. I'll start with number 3. Number 3 for me is Beauty and the Beast.
Number 3 is Beauty and the Beast. Nice.
It's hard because it really is kind of it's an almost perfect movie.
It's an almost perfect movie, and it's still number 3.
It's still number 3, but I just went with I'm not saying which movie I think is the best movie empirically from a distance. I'm saying for me personally, the movies that I like the most. That I'd be most excited to watch again.
Okay, cool. That's exactly how I ranked them as well.
Yeah, what's number 3 for you?
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I am not one of you. This is English courage.
Yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
All right, right on.
Is number 3.
Number 2 is City Slickers.
City Slickers, nice. That's my number 4.
I'm so glad that we started this podcast with City Slickers because we weren't any good, but the movie was so good. I feel like
It
it was
killed it.
able to be a good episode anyway. And I looked back at my notes for City Slickers and all the quotes. Lord, we give you Curly. Try not to piss him off. What else is there? I got chicken burning. It's the freaking movie so funny.
When I talked to somebody at work, they were like, "Hey, I listened to your podcast about City Slickers, very first episode. It was pretty good." I was like, "Thanks." Yeah, I'd never seen the movie before, but y'all made me chuckle. I was like, "Oh, that's good." Then I went and watched the movie. It was way funnier than y'all said. I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Way funnier.
All we talked about was how funny it was. Yeah.
If their experience for City Slickers was us repeating the lines and they thought that was funny, I'm sure the movie freaking blew them away because it was way better.
Yeah, it was way funnier. My number 2 is Cadence.
Nice.
I can't not put it in there, man. It's a huge chunk of my late high school, early college years. And I really liked it. Everybody did such a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know how I couldn't put it in there. So number 2 is Cadence for me.
Yeah, I mean, I totally understand. Number 1 for me is Cadence.
Nice.
I just of the movies we watched this year, I liked all of them except for Necessary Roughness. I'm not going to watch again. Point Break, I might watch again just for a laugh at some point. But all the other ones I really liked and would totally watch again. And Cadence is I'd watch that. I'd watch that right now. We could finish this and I could turn it on. It's just so good front to back. Everyone in it is so good.
Agreed. No, I'm totally with you.
What's your number 1?
So my number 1 is Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
It's not only because I have a 4-year-old daughter that wants to watch it all the time. Every time it's on, I'm like, "Oh, we're watching that? Hang on one second. Let me turn this off so I can come over there and watch it." And then I'm just singing it with her. It's awesome.
I mean, this movie came out when I was a kid and I watched it at least 1,000 times. And if my kids make me watch it 1,000 more times, I won't be upset. That's how good a movie it is. There's nothing that I want to watch 1,000 times. And I watched this 1,000 times and I still love it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
All right, so recap. For me, number 1, Cadence. Number 2, City Slickers. Number 3, Beauty and the Beast. And for you?
It's Beauty and the Beast, then Cadence, then Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Nice.
Where do you put T2? I put City Slickers and then T2.
I probably have T2 in the number 4, number 5 slot. It got a little bit of a downgrade, I think, because I just watched it. So I'm not as excited to watch it again because I watched it, 6 days ago. But it's great.
So where's Point Break? Is it at the bottom or no?
I would watch Necessary Roughness is at the bottom, and then Defending Your Life is probably also at the bottom, and Point Break is probably ahead of those too.
8, 9, 10, and 11, I have Defending Your Life, Necessary Roughness, Hook, and Point Break at the end.
Yeah, that's about
I'm never watching Point Break again. I'm never watching it again.
Dude,
Keanu Reeves could come over to my house and ask me, "Vaya con Dios, man, you want to watch the movie?" And I'd be like, "I don't think so, dude." All right, cool. What's next?
Next up, I just got the worsts, and I don't really have a lot for the worst. All I wanted to do is talk about the 3 biggest screw-ups that each of us did this year.
I have the screw-ups, but I don't have any worsts for the movies.
I don't either. All right, so my first screw-up is City Slickers, Mark Shaman. Mark Shaman did the score. You said that he did the score. I saw his name, but I thought he just wrote the song over the closing credits. So I incorrectly said that he had not done the score, but he had, and you had it right.
That's awesome because I got that from Wikipedia, so I assumed I got it wrong. My biggest regrets is not clearing my throat every 10 seconds, apparently. If another person comes up to me and says, "Hey, dude, why do you sound like Al Pacino had a kid with Rod Stewart and was raised by Harvey Fierstein to become Batman?" I'm like, dude, that's the voice that I have. I didn't know it did that until I went back and listened to it. But they make it sound like every single time I talk, it's like Batman. And it gets like that, I think, but I'm not trying to do that. I wish I would have done that different.
I've had a couple people listen to the podcast that didn't know our voices, and they've invariably asked, to give me feedback on the sound and stuff, people who know about audio. And
Yeah.
they've always asked, like, are you the gravelly voice guy or are you the other guy? I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm the other guy. I guess maybe I don't have a deep voice, apparently. I guess I have a nice, I guess I have a high, pleasant tenor voice. And then we have a good God, Bean.
Gig for me. There's times when I'm listening to it in the car when you're like, hey, dude, I put it up there. Take a look, take a listen. And I put it on in the car and I'm going to pick up the kids and I'm driving going, because I'm hearing my own voice. And I'm like, what am I doing? What is this?
Dude, it's fine. That's awesome. Keep it rocking.
But yeah, I'm going to work on that.
My next biggest screw up is we just talked about in T2 how everyone knew where John Connor was, and we said the T1000 like he did his police database hacking and found out where his step-parents lived, and then he went and talked to his step-parents, and then he went to the nearest mall and found him at the arcade, and we were like, but how did Schwarzenegger find him? We were like, I don't know, I guess he's
right.
And then like I was listening to the episode later and I was like, he found him because John Connor sent him, so he just told him where to go.
Where to go? Yeah, that's a good
Just a
call.
little time travel wrinkle that we totally missed, and I felt like an idiot when I listened back. I was like, oh, no shit.
I missed that also.
Yeah.
The more I listen to that one, by the way, my whole problem with the just the whole time travel paradox and stuff like that. After we talked it out, I have less of a problem with that. So I worked through a problem right there. That worked out pretty good.
Nice. That's awesome.
My only other one that I wrote down is I wish we could have done more movies.
Yeah.
We started too late, and I feel like we missed a bunch of good stuff.
We did. We missed a bunch of really good stuff.
Because we had the idea before we started, but we just never got off our ass and did it.
Well, I mean, honestly, we did more movies than we thought we were gonna, because when we started, we said, like, we'll do one a month, and that way we have plenty of time, we don't get overwhelmed, and that way we can stick with it. But then we said, like, after the first one, we said, like, I don't want to wait a month. That was awesome. Let's do it again. And we said, we'll do every 3 weeks. And then after we'd recorded a couple, it was like, I could do every 2 weeks. And you were like, I can do every 2 weeks. We're like, cool, done.
My students are asking why we don't just do something each day. Every day means I can't be Mr. Horn at school and I have to be gravelly voice guy on the podcast, and you got to pay for that.
So the other one, this is by far my biggest regret of the entire year. We talked about Point Break, and we had a blast talking about how stupid Point Break was and how much parts of it drove us crazy, and it was hilarious. And we never got to mention, and both of us had it in our notes, about Point Break Live.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew it.
Point Break Live. Everyone needs to know about Point Break Live.
Oh, man. That boy, do
Point Break Live is a theater version of the movie Point Break that ran for like 12, 14 years in LA. And every performance, they would pull the role of Keanu from the audience and they would put him in a wetsuit and he would read Keanu's lines off of cue cards. And it ran for 12 years and it was hilarious.
I wish I would have seen it.
I think it traveled for a little bit, like in Chicago and Boston, and like they would take, like, the movie's already pretty gory, but like during the like bank shootout scenes, they would take literal like 5-gallon buckets of fake blood and do like a Gallagher like splash the front row with it thing.
Oh my goodness, that sounds delightful. I want to do that.
That's so good, and I wish I knew who came up with that, because that's a brilliant idea and it was so good. Oh, wait, the other thing about Point Break Live that everyone needs to know is the most famous person who ever was pulled out of the audience to play Keanu's role, our other daughter, Dottie's sister.
Nice! She played Keanu?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so y'all should Google Point Break Live and just learn about it, because it's amazing. And I deeply regret that we didn't give that the coverage that it deserved in the Point Break episode.
That's part of the reason we're doing this, isn't it?
It's absolutely part of it. I thought now's the time that we can right some wrongs.
If we, I'm going to look and see if I can find some videos of it. If so, I'll try to post it on Twitter or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
See if I can get it out there. Somebody has to have a video of it out there somewhere.
There's got to be some stuff. All right, last thing, movies that we wanted to do but that we didn't get to. What's your first one?
My first one was in no particular order. What About Bob?
My first one was What About Bob?
Yeah, What About Bob is fantastic.
That's really good.
It's got Bill Murray, Richard Dreyfuss. It's got the kid from Hook.
Charlie Korsmo. No one drank the beer.
The beer is gone bad. And Dick Tracy, he was good too. Yeah. Go suck an egg, that kid. I like him. And then Julie Haggerty's in it. She's the lady from Airplane with the voice that talks like this. She's She's Richard Dreyfuss's wife, and the way she likes Bill Murray, and then Bill Murray.
And like I haven't seen it in forever, so I'm just going to Mike Jones take a guess at the synopsis. But Bill Murray is like a random person who comes to live with Richard Dreyfuss, and they're like very like normal nuclear family. And then he's just super weird, and he just slowly drives Richard Dreyfuss off the deep end.
This is the thing. He's a really dependent patient of Richard Dreyfuss.
There it is.
And Richard Dreyfuss is a doctor, Leo Marvin, and he's doing really well. He's got like a book and all this stuff. Baby Steps, if you remember that. And
Baby
then
Steps.
Bill Murray comes to live in. Right. And it's directed by Frank Oz. He did Yoda. He did Dark Crystal, Muppets Take Manhattan, Little Shop of Horrors, Indian in the Cupboard, and of course, he's Yoda. So what about Bob's my first one?
What About Bob would have been perfect for us, and if we'd had like 3 more movies to do, I feel sure we would have gotten it in there. That was my first one. My next one was Hudson Hawk.
Oh, yes.
I used to love that movie. I had it was like one of my $5 DVD bin purchases, but like Bruce Willis is a cat burglar, and he freaking times out all of his heists by singing songs with his partner, and it's "You Could Be Swinging on a Star," and he rides a skateboard through they go like how long to crack the safe, and he goes 5'11", and he goes swinging on a star, and they both start singing, and the whole thing is choreographed to the song, and it's so stupid, and it's
because they split up and they have to meet back, and so they're singing so they know when to come through.
And it's really corny, it's really campy, it's really stupid, but it's also good. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Bruce Willis driving a boat for the Coast Guard or whatever that movie was.
No. I already can't remember the name of it again. Striking Distance. As soon as I started typing it in the computer, it came back to me. I know. Is it in the Coast Guard or something? We're not doing that. There's no way. Somebody better start saving up, because unless we get $100, I'm not doing Striking Distance on this podcast.
Nice. I'm not doing it either. All right, so my next one was Life Stinks. It is a Mel Brooks movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Mel Brooks is a filthy rich businessman, and bets a rival of his, which is Jeffrey Tambor.
Nice.
He bets him that he could live on the streets of L.A. With no comforts of home, no money, basically be homeless for a month.
Yeah.
And they give him like an ankle monitor, and he has to stay within a certain amount of blocks. And he meets a woman. It's super funny. It's not a regular Mel Brooks style slapstick goofy comedy like Spaceballs or Robin Hood Men in Tights or anything like that, but it's super funny.
Yeah, the last one I had on my list was a toss-up between Kindergarten Cop, which we already talked about, and Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood's not one of my favorite movies, but I feel like it was a really important movie for the year, especially like culturally.
Yeah, it was.
And I would love to get some of the like new Jack movies in there, just because some of them are really good, and the clothes are so awesome, and the music is so awesome. But maybe next year
We'll get those. I really liked Boys in the Hood because I didn't see that until like 10 years ago. Like for some reason I just missed it, and when I watched it I was like, whoa, this was really good for 91.
Yeah, it was really good. I didn't appreciate it when it came out because I was too young, but when I got into it later, I really liked it.
So I had 2 more on mine. I want to just mention If Looks Could Kill, because it's got Richard Grieco, and he plays a kid named Michael Corbin who has the same name as a spy. And they mistaken him for the Michael Corbin that's a spy, and they give him all this cool stuff, and he has to save the world. And it's got Gabrielle Anwar from Burn Notice and those movies. It's better than it looks. But the last movie that I wanted to...
Is it Oscar? Is your last movie Oscar?
Oscar. God, I wanted to do it so bad.
Yeah, we would have done that too if we had another couple.
God, did you watch it yet?
I haven't watched it.
You need to watch it, dude. It's got Stallone. It's got Tim Curry, Marissa Tomei. It's got Harry Shearer. It's got a ton of people. And John Landis directed it.
Nice.
John Landis of Animal House, Blues Brothers, Thriller.
Yeah, and Thriller.
Trading Places, Spies Like Us, Three Amigos, Coming to America. But it's got all of those, dude. I really wish we could have done it. It's all about like timing and people coming in and out of doors, and the scenes change really fast. And Stallone just kills it, dude. You would like it. I'm telling you, watch it before you run out of time.
I'm gonna watch Hudson Hawk first, and then I'm gonna watch Oscar.
Yes,
to finish up.
Good call.
Before this year is over with.
Good call. That's the way to do it.
All right, cool. I think that's the end of the 1991 Season 1 Movielife Crisis recap. You got anything else?
Dude, I got nothing else. That's I had lots of fun. Thanks for listening, because since y'all are still listening, we're going to keep doing it. Otherwise, we would just keep doing it without recording it.
Exactly. Yeah, and so we'll have this episode come out. It won't it won't take the place of a regular episode. We got 92 movies already geared up, ready to rock. And we'll also have a 92 year in review episode that'll be another shorter one that just says like
Little snapshot.
here's a little snapshot. Here's some stuff that was happening in 1992. So keep an eye out for that. Rate, review, support the arts, or don't. We'll see you next time either way.